10 minutes, Mr. Levine.
All right, it's time for me to, like they say, put on the game face. Magic time, magic time.
Makeup.
Honey, can I get a corned beef sandwich?
Yo.
Very lean. Yeah, it's true. Gotta loosen up the old limbs. Getting ready for the show. When I hear that song, I know it's time to go. This is my Phil Levine music. People don't know what a physical thing doing this show 5 nights a week is, but
5 minutes, Bill.
5 minutes, okay.
You got your beer?
I'm nervous tonight, because,
Don't forget your voice exercises. 2 minutes, Bill.
Okay, hello. Thank you very much for tuning into the Bill Levine Show. I'm Bill Levine, your host. You can hear the theme playing in the background. When I hear that song, I know it's time. However it feels, however it tastes, whenever it's real, whatever awaits, whatever it means, however so slight, whenever it's real, whenever it's right, I'll be putting on the I can spit on a stranger. Now I see the long and short of it, and I was in between. Like a spit on a stranger. Well, that's what the Bill Levine Show is like. All right. You're all entitled to your opinion out there. Do I come and boo you when you're at work? That's all I ask. But anyway, we've got a great show lined up for you folks tonight, despite the feeling in the audience. And let's get right to it. I usually tell a topical story or two. What's going on in the news? Mayor Giuliani's about to step down, and I heard Bill Clinton might take his place. You know, it puzzles me. Every time people vote for the Clintons, there's a scandal. Why don't they just stop voting for them? Food for thought. Anyway, show tonight. And as you know, the Bill Levine Show is a new style talk show modeled after an old style talk show, the 70s. We allow our guests to smoke. This is one of the buildings in New York. You can smoke a cigarette. So I'm going to light up with a little help from my techie here. This is why the Bill Levine Show hasn't made the big time, ladies and gentlemen, because of little snappers like this. We hope you'll bear with us. This will all be edited out in the final cut of the show. So when you're watching at home tonight, you might not see this. But, all right. Anyway, we're going to welcome our first guest. This man has started in a lot of big rock and roll shows. The kids seem to love him. His music is well liked by peers such as Bob Dylan, Elvis Costello, Lauryn Hill, Wyclef Jean, who have all used his songwriting talents, and with whom he has all performed admirably. There's really not much I could say about this gentleman that you don't know. He's a legend. He's a legend in the music business, and we're going to leave it at that. Ladies and gentlemen, my first guest tonight, we're proud to have him on the Bill Levine Show. His name is Philip Levine. Woo! Yeah! We're lucky to have you. Well, I guess we'll just start off by saying that thank you for being on the Bill Levine Show. I know your schedule does not permit a lot of travel and promotional appearances.
Hey, Bill, I hear you're a deadbeat dad!
We've got some, I've got some fans out there. It's a strange show tonight, but I'm sorry about that. Please, all due deference to Phil. It's not easy for us to get. Phil, how are you doing tonight?
Very well.
Do you care to elaborate?
You got me now. Use me.
All right, your agent said that you were going to give us a little more help on this film. You know, I'm just coming back from the stroke and everything. Anyway, Phil, you got you got the Monsters of Phil tour going this summer, I know, and you've hand-selected all the acts. And a lot of people say that you modeled your festival on the Lollapalooza and Ozfest. How do you...
I was there before those fellas were.
You were? In what sense?
My party was going before theirs.
Your party? Well, I guess you mean your music.
Philip.
Yes. That is your name. That is your name. I'm Bill.
William, if there's a question in there, please let me know what it is.
Are you on any medication? I should know.
Zyrtec.
Anyway, Phil, All right, well, I guess what most of the fans like to know that you don't usually talk about, and we got permission to speak about it tonight. I'm proud to be able to ask you, what was it like at the last waltz?
It was a party celebration.
Anything else?
Nothing.
Nothing else besides celebration. Well, what's the story with Dylan? And he sort of took control there for a little while, and they played it.
He deserves control. He's Dylan, for God's sake.
Speaking of Dylan, you were supposedly made man in what Dylan used to call the McDougal Street Mafia back in the early 60s when you were writing folk songs. What were your experiences like back then?
Bill, have you dealt with Dylan? Because if you haven't, for God's sakes, please lose it.
Wow. This is going to be one for the anniversary show, folks. I've never been put in my place like that. Let me move on.
Bill!
Thank you. I've turned the crowd around at least. One of us.
No, I said Phil!
Oh, Phil. Well, he's a legend, you know. Phil, all right. You obviously don't want to talk about the last waltz or the band much. I heard that there was a Led Zeppelin show in 1975 where some roadies got rather badly beaten up backstage by John Bonzo Bonham with Led Zeppelin. You were the opening act on that tour. Do you have any recollections from that night?
It was a haze. It still is haze. I must say it was an experience, I will. And we should probably best leave it at that.
We should. All right. Yeah, you're not leaving me many topics on which to discuss. Is there anything you'd like to discuss?
Only that the music will go on. And despite the fact that we're here and we're talking about it 27, 28, 29 odd years later, it is still going to persist.
Okay. Well said. Well said. I couldn't. Got me on that one, folks. I don't know where to go from there. He sort of sewed it all up. My producer's telling me that we're going to have to take a break. And we've got another segment coming up with Phil. And then, well, stick around. We might be right back with Phil. Or maybe not. We're out? No, we're still on? Oh. Well, I think we have to do a break, right? Oh, I'm supposed to read a commercial. Oh, that's what it is. Marlboro cigarettes. Just because the FCC kicked us off 10 years ago doesn't mean we can't pay someone under the table to advertise. Smooth. We're out.